Welcome to Wealth Alchemy, where everyday knowledge becomes golden opportunity. Most people spend their whole lives trying to avoid uncertainty, praying for stability, and hoping the world becomes less chaotic. But here's the truth that the wealthiest people already understand. The world will always be unpredictable. Markets will crash. Businesses will fail. Economies will shake. And anyone who depends on stability eventually collapses when the storm comes. But there is another group of people who don't just survive chaos. They grow stronger because of it. They are what Nassim Taleb calls anti-fragile. And in today's video, I want to teach you how to build an anti-fragile life, an anti-fragile mindset, and most importantly, anti-fragile wealth. When you understand this concept, you stop fearing uncertainty and start benefiting from it. You stop avoiding risk and start learning how to position yourself so chaos becomes your fuel. And once you master this, you'll realize that every crisis is a chance for you to grow richer, wiser, and more powerful. So let's begin. Section 1. What does anti-fragile really mean? Anti-fragile is not the same as being strong. It is not the same as being tough. A strong person still breaks if pushed too far. A robust person can survive, but they don't improve. Anti-fragile means you actually get better because of stress. You gain from chaos. You grow from disorder. You improve when others panic. Your system becomes stronger every time life hits you. Think about your body. Your muscles grow because of stress. Your immune system improves when exposed to viruses. Your mind becomes wiser when challenged. Nature itself is anti-fragile. The more it is pressured, the more it adapts and evolves. But humans? We want comfort. We want certainty. We want peace. And ironically, that desire for comfort makes us fragile. If you never train your muscles, they weaken. If you never challenge yourself, you stagnate. If you never invest, your money decays. Fragility comes from avoiding discomfort. Anti-fragility comes from controlled exposure to challenges. Now let's apply this to wealth, because this is where it becomes life-changing. Section 2. 3 types of people in wealth. There are fragile people, robust people, and anti-fragile people. Fragile people break easily when life shakes them. They have one income source. Their expenses depend on everything going smoothly. When things go wrong, they panic. They sell low. They accumulate debt. They hop from job to job. They live paycheck to paycheck, and every crisis feels like the end of the world. Robust people are safe. They have savings, stable jobs, diversified investments. Crises don't destroy them, but they don't benefit from chaos either. They simply survive. But anti-fragile people? These are the ones who thrive during uncertainty. When the market crashes, they buy. When others are scared, they act with clarity. When chaos comes, their position becomes stronger. They profit from volatility. They grow in downturns. They expand while others contract. If you want extraordinary wealth, you cannot remain fragile or even robust. You must become anti-fragile. Section 3. The Antifragile Wealth Strategy. The first key is the Barbell Strategy. Imagine a barbell in the gym. Heavy weight on both sides, almost nothing in the center. This strategy applies to money too. On one side, you protect yourself with extremely safe assets, cash reserves, stable rentals, emergency savings. On the other side, you place a small portion of your wealth into high upside opportunities, the kind that can 10x or even 100x your investment. These include early tech, crypto, startups, or new asset classes. The secret is this: your downside is limited, but your upside is unlimited. That is the definition of anti-fragile. During crashes, your safe side protects you. During bull runs, your high upside side accelerates your growth. This is why crises become opportunities instead of threats. The second key is optionality. Anti-fragile people don't tie their life to one fixed path. They create options. They try small experiments. They take reversible risks. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They move fast and learn from feedback. A fragile person wants guarantees. An anti-fragile person wants possibilities. The third key is having skin in the game. You cannot become anti-fragile by reading theory. You must invest. You must try. You must take action. Every mistake becomes a lesson that strengthens you. Every loss becomes an investment in your future intelligence. You can't become anti-fragile without participating in life. The fourth key is eliminating what makes you fragile. High-interest debt, single-income dependence, over-leveraging, lifestyle inflation. Remove these weak points and your system becomes much harder to break. And the fifth key is positioning yourself for volatility. Volatility is not something you fear. It is something you prepare to exploit. The anti-fragile investor does not care if the market goes up or down. Both directions bring opportunities. Section 4. Anti-fragility in real life. Let's look at what anti-fragile looks like in the real world. In crypto, when prices crash, people panic and sell. But anti-fragile investors buy more. They accumulate during discounts. They trust their long-term position. And when the next cycle comes, their wealth multiplies while the fragile investors cry. In property, when the economy slows down, prices fall. But rents rise in the long term, and the most resilient investors acquire property during downturns, not when valuations are high. In business, when technology disrupts industries, fragile companies collapse. Robust ones survive, but anti-fragile ones pivot, innovate, and seize new opportunities. AI will destroy some businesses, but it will also create entirely new ones. Anti-fragile entrepreneurs are already preparing to ride that wave. Anti-fragile people are not lucky. They are prepared. They are positioned. They are intentional. Section 5. How to build an anti-fragile mindset. Anti-fragility is not just a strategy. It's a mindset. It's the belief that uncertainty is not dangerous. It's the belief that volatility is not a threat. It's understanding that life cannot be predicted, so the smartest approach is to prepare instead of predict. Anti-fragile thinkers don't panic when something goes wrong. They pause, observe, and ask, how can this make me stronger? They don't resist discomfort. They use it. They don't avoid challenges. They embrace them consciously. They make small bets instead of big gambles. They maintain flexibility instead of rigidity. They stay curious instead of fearful. They learn continuously instead of assuming they already know everything. And most importantly, they don't try to avoid every storm. They build a ship that gets faster with every wave. Section 6. The Anti-Fragile Life. Imagine a life where your job can disappear tomorrow, and it wouldn't destroy you because you have multiple income streams. Imagine your investments dropping 30% in a crash, but you smile because you've been waiting for that moment to buy more. Imagine failing in a business, but that failure gives you new skills, new connections, and a new direction that leads to something even better. Imagine that every negative event adds something to your life: strength, wisdom, opportunities, or wealth. That is what it means to be anti-fragile. Most people pray for stability. Anti-fragile people prepare for chaos. And that is why they win. Closing, the world will not get calmer. The future will not become more predictable. But you can become stronger, wiser, and better prepared. When the next crisis comes, most people will shrink in fear. But you will be ready. You will grow. You will rise. You will take advantage of the opportunities that others cannot see. That is the power of becoming anti-fragile. That is the philosophy of Wealth Alchemy. Turning chaos into strength. Turning uncertainty into opportunity. Turning everyday knowledge into golden possibilities. If you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, share this with someone who needs it, and stay tuned for the next episode of Wealth Alchemy. I'll see you soon.